Welcome back to the Graphite Curve Studio. Today we're going to draw an amazing picture of Angela White that challenged me as an artist. I sketched this out months ago and had it hidden away because I thought I wasn't ready. By the end of this you'll understand why I felt I wasn't ready and how this picture nearly broke me. As with all the one-shots, I start with the background first. In this picture, the background is tiles, similar to the Britt Baker pinup. Layers and layers of 2H pencil, followed by blending with tissue to lighten it. Hours and hours are spent here working on the tiles. But is it going to be worth it? We'll find out. From top to bottom, left to right, we continue working on the tiles. Making sure that the tiles behind her are darker, giving the indication of a cast shadow. We use a Tombow Mono Zero eraser to get the tiny subtle highlights that appear on each of the tiles. Then blend it back if it's not right, erasing any stray lines that may have showed up, and darkening the grout lines. We use a ruler here to make sure our lines are straight. And remove any lines that don't need to appear. From this perspective, the lines may seem off, but that's why we use a ruler. While recording this, I noticed that a whole lot of the picture seems off from this perspective, but it's only because of the strange viewing angle of the camera. When it's all said and done and the final reveal happens, you'll be able to see that everything is in its right place. With all the tiles in their place, I finished off day one by adding in the water droplets, but I forgot to record it. Day 2 started off with the nose. I don't know why I chose this spot to start off with, but as always we start from top to bottom, left to right. Working on the face, I used layers and layers of 2H pencil. This almost took as many layers as the tiles behind her, but thankfully not as much. And now begins the most daunting part of the whole picture, the water. With a picture of Angela White in the shower, it was going to be hard to avoid water. But that's the very reason I chose this picture. I've never practiced water or sweat, but I have drawn wet hair, which is kinda different. Continuing on, I began working on the hair. This will be the darkest part of our picture, and will help us to achieve accurate tones on the rest of the image. I began lifting out parts of the hair, where the highlights will go, and we'll add them in later. And that is the second day. Day 3 I worked on the face. I darkened up the hair some more and began to work on her neck. And added more detail to the water on her chin. This is when I began working on everything all at once. Then I began working on her signature necklace, which is made of her initials. I think this is a really cool design. I finish off with her shoulders and a bit of the t-shirt. This is the third day. Day 4 I started working off camera. I believed that the camera was making me nervous. And so I tried to go back and work on the face and neck area without the camera. I finished with her hair and her upper chest. This was the 4th day. Day 5. Yeah, now you understand why this almost broke me. Day 5 I started with the t-shirt. Trying to draw a wet t-shirt and the breasts behind them isn't easy, especially if you've never tried before. And I had always wanted to try, but maybe some smaller version of this would have been better to start off with. With wet breasts comes the toughest part of this picture, the streams of water that come off the bottom. This has made me aware of how little I know about how to draw water. And if my next few drawings are wet t-shirts or women in water or around water, you know why. I found that I needed to add, remove, or change something else, and it was driving me crazy. It was at this point that I almost regretted the whole thing. To add on to that, on the second or third day, I almost gave up completely. But if I didn't finish it, I wouldn't have a video for this week, so I kept trying. On day 4, I was thinking about making it a multi-part series, but seeing the results from breaking my Britt Baker video into 2 parts didn't leave me with a lot of courage. So I pressed on. 5 days, 1 giant drawing. I have posted a video once a week since I started this channel, and I didn't want to fail now. I started day 5 at 4 in the morning, and as the hours quickly flew by, it was now 10 p.m. Hours spent at the easel, my knees and my back screaming in pain. All of this could have been avoided with some simple decision making. First of all, I should have used Bristol. The fine-toothed surface of smooth Bristol would have allowed me to use more subtle tones. The larger textured surface of a drawing paper meant I had to use more force to get the flat, darker tones that I needed, and many more layers were needed to get lighter tones. Second, if I would have started earlier, in January, I would have had this done already. I wanted this to come out as most of the country, the United States, has experienced a lot of snow. And what better way to feel better in the freezing cold than to take a hot shower with Angela White? The biggest lesson I've learned is you've got to know when to stop. I've spent too many days on this, and for what? This isn't for a client. I'm not monetized, so there won't be any money. So what then? I could continue to work and rework the drawing for days, fixing and adding things. And one day I will. I'll pull it out of storage, I'll finish up those parts I didn't like until I do. Tell me in the comments if you think that this is fine, or if I should keep working on it. I didn't let this drawing beat me. I even replaced her logo with my own, to let her know who owns her. The drawing, that is. No, not actual Angela White. With hours before this goes live, we get a happy ending. The streak continues. Suck it, Angela White.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel?